working at Sally Beauty. So you gonna hear it here first. What's up, y'all? When I very first started working at Sally's, aka Sally Beauty, before I started working there, I was looking up videos myself to see like if anybody else had filmed a video about their experience, because I thought that would have been really helpful and really interesting. And I only found like a couple, maybe a few videos, but I didn't really understand it at the time. So I just want to make a video. I just want to put together this video because hopefully it can help somebody else, whether that's you, whether that's anybody that's thinking about how it is working at Sally's. And disclaimer, I do just want to be clear that this video is not going to be to bash Sally Beauty. It's not going to be to bash or roast them and talk down on them, nothing like that, because I'm just simply going to give the pros and the cons at working at Sally Beauty. So you gonna hear it here first. I don't know if I want to open or closed. I'm home and it's a video, so it's all good. It's all good. And the reason why I titled it the way I did, why I quit working at Sally's, I did not quit. I just, as my sister put it, I resigned. The reason why I call it that for clickbait. Gotcha, didn't I? But no, in all actuality, I didn't quit. Like, I didn't haul off and just like woke up one day and like, I'm not gonna work here anymore, so I'm gonna go in and quit. That was not my thing. Just to kind of give a little background on my story, or like just to explain how I went about resigning from Sally's. Basically, you know, change is a good thing, or change can be a good thing, I'll say. So emphasizing that it can be a good thing, there was just a lot of changes going on that I didn't necessarily, that kind of took away from the job satisfaction I was getting there. Because I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but because I thoroughly, like, let me see, this September, I think towards the end of this month would have made a year since I've been there. So I've been there for almost a year, and time flies, child. I've learned a lot, and I'm grateful for it. Before I get into this, I do want to just express that I was, and I still am, that I still was really grateful for this job, because it gave me, experience, and it gave me kind of like, I helped people out, and I met some cool people. So, like, I'm not leaving the wrong way. When I knew my time was up there at Sally Beauty, it's like I knew. It's like, if you know, you know. I wasn't getting the job satisfaction anymore because of certain changes that I felt like was just unnecessary, in my opinion, and my co-workers thought the same thing. So even my manager, in a way. So I was just like, if I'm somewhere and I'm not, and it's not fulfilling me, then I know that, that is just not for me, Like, I want to wake up and be able to do what I love every day and not even feel like I'm going to work. And that's going to be my next job, which I'm going to say by the end of this video. So watch this whole thing. What really made me like, what really made me come to the decision, like, yeah, I need to find something else, was schedule changes. Because we talking schedule changes, you messing with people's money, and people don't play by their money. I don't play by my money. The district manager had explained to the store manager, which was my manager at the time, that it was just gonna be temporary, but some people there got like like thankfully I don't have a ton of bills, but some people still got bills, and bills are not temporary. So, well, some of them are, but like far as bills, like that's not. Anyways, that was the two main reasons why I was like, yep, it's time for me to bounce up out of here. And that's exactly how I said it to my employees. My co-workers, like, it's time for me to bounce, honey. Ciao, boo boo. I thank my manager for the opportunity because I thoroughly enjoyed working there. I thoroughly enjoyed working with my co-workers. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling. I just kind of wanted to give like sum up like why I chose to stop working there. And because why I chose to stop work, and I do want to say this, I would not recommend quitting a job or resigning from a job the wrong way. And so that's point number one, or if you don't have something else lined up. So let's talk about the wrong way, because there has been some employees there, some co-workers of mine, I didn't really know them like that, thankfully. Like, no offense, but like, because that would be a whole nother video. But being that they were a lot before I got there, just to put it in a nice way. So there were two employees that had just left, and neither of them gave my manager the heads up. Neither of them like just left the right way. And you know, that's just me, that's just who I am. Like, I'm not gonna haul off and leave or just do something the wrong way. I can't do that. Like, that wouldn't sit right with me. Like, I'm a Christian woman, so I have to do things, like, I strive to do things the right way. Not that I'm not perfect, but I always try to do things the right way. But yeah, so they just hauled off, and I gave my manager the heads up about when I was looking for a job. I thank God, like, I prayed on it, and sure enough, like, in a short, because they were urgently hiring, and then in a short amount of time, I had already feel like they already wanted me on board. They already wanted me to fill the position. And so I just thank God, like, he was just for his grace. His favor really showed out, because I had to go and get something done. Getting my letter back did not take long whatsoever. And that just comes from, of course, favor and living the right way. And then just different things. I'm like, God, like, I know this is the job that you have for me. So I'm very excited. Like I said, I'm gonna get to that at the end of this video about my new job. But I'm gonna go over the pros and cons that I personally experienced working at Sally Beauty, or what some people say Sally's. So we're gonna start with the pros, because we're gonna start on a good note. So, and if you see me looking down, because I'm looking at my list here, my handy dandy list. I love this notebook. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's oh yeah, because of lighting. Anyway, it's marble. Oh, you kind of see it from right here. So the pros, right off the rip, the 30% discount, boo. Y'all, yeah, because already if you go to Sally's, you already see what their prices be looking like sometimes. So yeah, 30% discount. And being that I'm a Sally Beauty, I'm elite status too, so I don't have to pay for shipping. And then even if you're a member, you can get coupons, because your points add up as you shop, and which return to rewards and coupons. So that discount be coming through, honey, big time. And I also like with the discount, like, immediate family members can also use it. The next point I have is easy job task. The job overall was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It was just really simple. Like, it wasn't nothing hard about the job per se, about the job itself, if you know what I mean. But we're gonna get to the okay. The next point I have are professionals, like the professionals that shop there. Like, it didn't take me long I'm a face person. Your name, I mean, I get your name, learn your name right off the bat, real quick, real fast, but your face will stick with me. So I know your face, and then your name was gonna follow. So I wasn't working there too long before I started like realizing, okay, you're a professional, okay, you're a regular customer. So it was cool, like the regular customers that would come on a constant basis, and of course the professionals. It was cool conversing with them and just meeting new people along the way. I'm a talkative person. I'm more outgoing than I used to be. The next point I have is you get to learn. I do like how you get to learn and try new products. And oh yeah, which makes me, so if Sally's would start selling if there was a new product that came to Sally's, well, we used to, and now ever since the stuff with the virus or whatever going on, it's kind of like hasn't been that consistent. But we are able to get employee samples, which is called samples, but it's really like a full-size product. We'll just get it for free. We'll get to try it. And even if it wasn't new, every month towards the beginning of the month, I think at the beginning of the month, we would get free samples, because it would at least be, it used to be about 4 or 5 items. Sometimes, well, most of the time it would include like hair color, developer, and most of the time it would be like actual hair styling products. So I thought that was dope. I thought that was cool. I thought that was cute. So yeah, the next point I have are my coworkers. And of course, y'all don't know what Sally's I work at. Like, just because I live one place doesn't mean I work at that Sally's. Just because so-and-so say I work at that Sally's doesn't mean I work at that Sally's. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But my co-workers, I got along with everybody. We all were just able to joke around. And the next point I have, that my manager was chill. That just leads me to my next point about my manager. She was really chill, really flexible when it came to my schedule. Like if I just really, like, you could, she would be really, really flexible with your schedule, like if need be, you know. Because I had this thing, if you know me, I had this thing where I don't care where I work at. If they ask me about my availability, I'm putting that I'm not available on Sunday mornings. Y'all know why? My brothers and sisters know why. And I mean brothers and sisters, my church folks, okay? Because church first. I don't put work in front of church. No ma'am, no sir, I'm good. Like, I don't care. Anyways, because I keep God first in my life, and I value that, and that's just something I'm not gonna change. But yeah, so that's the pros. And if I can think of any more, I'll probably just list it in the description box, because I'm trying to use the description box, start using it, actually put in the description box to use. On to the cons. A bit longer than the pros. Like my coworkers would agree with me on this. On these. And again, with this, if I can think of any more, I'll add them down below, and I'll just keep adding to it if I think of any more. Okay, PJ, you would start me out when I'm trying to film too. I love you though. The first point I have up here are the schedule changes. However, I will say the schedule changes didn't really start getting affected until everything going on with COVID or whatever. Depending on what district, far as stores, this is, you know, was in, like they would have budgeted hours, and it kind of like it's how it sounds. It's how many hours that whole store. So literally all of us were just part-time there. The only full-time person was the manager, which was, you know, cool, whatever. Like, I was still making money, but we would all still be working often, if that makes sense. Which leads me to this right here. I know that we're all human. We all have lives outside of work and everything. That's cool. I ain't mad at that. But what I don't like is last minute stuff. So I think I got this point across early on my off days. Okay, excuse I'm right beside the cat condo tree thingamajig, so if you hear background noise, it's my cats and stuff. Okay, you cannot be doing them so extra. What was I saying? Oh, so I think I got this point across real quick. On my off days, it's don't call me, don't text me if you asking me to come into work. So this lighting, if the lighting is changing, you have to excuse that. Like, the sun is trying to decide if it wants to be out or behind the clouds. So, and my blinds is anyways, the sunlight would do that, but it's cool. I'm just gonna rock with it. Don't call Ebony on her off day. She's not gonna answer. If it was an emergency, I mean, I can understand, but I wasn't just down the street, so it's like I like to mentally prepare for stuff before I actually prepare for it, you know what I'm saying? I don't like stuff like that. I don't. And I think I might have did it like once, twice, maybe even be a stretch. But eventually, they caught on to not bothering me on my day off, because when I'm off, I'm off. The next point I have is customers that would try to give you a hard time. Not try to give you a hard time on purpose. Well, I guess some of them might did on purpose. Who knows? But there would be some customers like, I mean, granted, I get that you're, you know, it's a beauty store. So, you know, they need, you know, advice, tips, help, whatever. And I'm good with that. Completely fine. There was a customer not too long ago that I was trying to help her out, and like she would be nice. She would say like nice stuff, and then some things kind of came off rudely. Like, I mean, I get like she didn't. I'm not gonna like put it out there. Like she didn't want to spend a particular amount, so I was just showing her I compare two products. I compare us to higher end brands that works just as good. And she still thought that was too much. So I'm like, dang, you know, help me, help you, type of thing. Feel me? I was in the middle of trying to get something done, and then that just took up a good portion of my time right then. So I'm like, Lord Jesus, like Lord. Patience. That's what I'm saying. If there's a particular product you're looking for, but you don't have the full packaging, you don't even have the name of it, then I can like, so most of the time I can, you know, sometimes I will still know what they're talking about, but sometimes it's like, we don't know how long ago that was when you bought that here, so that could have been something that was discontinued. The packaging might have changed. You know, it's like this is a store. You know, we're not mind readers. That's not one of our job skills or job requirements. But you know, we be trying to help people, God knows. So most of the time, thank God, like most of the time we do. So hallelujah. The next point is, I mean, I understand, like, you know, I understand it's a business. So it's going to have sales goals and stuff, but how can I say this? You know, you want to be a little realistic. These days, people just want to save. Who doesn't want to save money? A lot of times, stuff like that could be out of our control. Like, it just depends on how much traffic is coming through the store. I mean, the store won't like struggling, but it was just a thing like where they would want to be like last year's sales, whatever, yada yada. Which is, you know, like I said, from a business standpoint, that's, yeah, business wise, that's on point. But it's like, don't try to stress your employees out, you know, because I didn't let that get to me. Like, I didn't let nothing or no one stress me out when it came to sales and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, like we all did the best we could. I mean, yes, we all would, you know, pass our goals and stuff, but sometimes if you can't do it like all the time, just that's realistic. So just be realistic, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. Okay, so your change can be good sometimes. Like I said, I think I kind of already said that earlier. Like, some of the changes I didn't agree with. Some of the changes were just unnecessary and just extra. Or some of the changes was good. Sometimes having to kind of sound like a broken record there. Like, being with everything going on with the in the world, you know, truck shipments aren't always regular or on time or whatever. So having to constantly explain that to customers. And don't get me wrong, and I thank God, so shout out to God first and foremost. A lot of people will compliment my customer service, but you know, sometimes I would get tired of saying the same thing. Another point I have, that the manager didn't always do what she told us to do. So like after each day, we're supposed to front face, which means, like, you know, you're going to make the store look shoppable pretty much. Like, if it was on register 1, register 2, you would have a side of an aisle. You would have like this aisle, these 2 aisles the front face, or the rest of the aisles the front face, however the store is set up. But you'll have the front face your side anyway, so you'll have to make sure the products are to the front, you know, the label is straight facing the customers, and then if the nozzle If it had a nozzle, the nozzle had to be facing which way the door, whatever. Like, anyway, basically it just had to be neat, just had to be straight. So I actually didn't mind that, but it's like the manager didn't do everything that she taught us to do. So talk about a little hypocritical. And my final point that I have on this list right now is lazy coworkers. Now, all of them weren't. Me and I would say me and one other person weren't lazy, but the rest, and you know, I don't care if they watch this video, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna name any names, but the rest of the two, they know who they are. They were lazy. They were just straight up lazy, and they didn't want to work. They would be on their phone all day. They would halfway help the customers, halfway greet customer. That's like, I mean, I know you here just because you want to make money. One of the employees used to kind of like clean up after the person, not clean up after the person, but do things for, like, if one of them didn't front face, she would go behind them and front face for them. I never did that, because that just shows, like, I'm not gonna do somebody else's work for them and they get credit for it or look like they did it. I'm gonna let that stand out. It's gonna speak, it's gonna show for itself. So I like my like, as long as my side was front facing and everything, that's fine. Like, I'm just making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I didn't come to work to make, I don't come to work to make friends. Now, granted, like, if you do make friends, that's a blessing. Not saying I didn't, but I most definitely got along with everybody I work with. Don't get me wrong, but it was never my goal to go to work to make friends. That's where you have to just draw the line. So, because if like something happened and then that can get into, you know, I've seen that happen, and that's just not, I'm not with it. So yeah, so like I said, lazy employees. And then I'm not cleaning behind. If you're grown enough to have a job and grown enough to whatever, have a car, house, whatever, apartment, blah blah, you can be grown enough to clean up behind yourself. So me and just one other employee were the neatest ones there. Me and just one other person, we were the neatest ones there. And there were just certain things I'm like, I'm not cleaning after nobody. I don't come to work to babysit. I don't come to work to be no maid. You know, I'm just not doing that. That's simple. So yes, I hope y'all enjoyed kind of like my story in a like short version or whatever of my experience with Sally's. Don't get me wrong, I appreciated the opportunity and it was cool, I was there, but it's time to move on. So I just thank God I have a new job. Like I said, you don't want to leave a job unless you have something else lined up, or unless, you know, God tells you to and stuff. But I have another job and I cannot wait to start. I started right after I went on to put in my 2 weeks notice. So by the time I upload this video though, I'm already working at my new job. But I'm excited. Like, I work with kids, so I'm gonna enjoy what I do. I get full benefits. The pay is gonna be more. Honey, I know my manager was like, you'll be rehireable, and if it doesn't, blah blah blah. Like, I don't put it out there. It's like, thank you for saying it. Like that's nice and all, but I'm not coming back. Like, when I leave somewhere, I don't come back. Whether that's, you know, that can be on different levels. I can mean that on different levels. If I leave somewhere and I'm doing it the right way, I'm not going to come back. So it's only up from there. I only keep it going up. But I don't know why PJ's doing all that meow. It's almost time for me to feed him. But yeah, so I'm just excited. So, and sorry, like I said, I'll get benefits there, which I wasn't getting at Sally's. And like I said, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not bashing it. I just thank God. I thank God for it, and I thank God for moving on to something even better. That I'm gonna go to work not feeling like I'm even working. Like, I'm gonna actually do what I enjoy every day, and it's working with kids. So yeah, if this video was helpful, or if you just enjoyed this video and enjoyed hearing me talk, rant, vent, whatever, then yeah, just thumbs it up. Like I said, I do this. I'm trying to like create, like get into my creative like space and create even better content. Like, thank God my thumbnails, I got my thumbnails, they popping or whatever. So, but yeah, so thank y'all for watching this video, especially if you made it to the whole video, because I don't know how long it's gonna be. I was trying not to ramble or talk too much, but yeah, so thank y'all, and I'll see y'all in my next one.